Imagine a man who once grew up in a trailer park and now owns property worth crores. He started his life on a small music stage, but now there is a line of luxury cars outside his house. The man who once used to do street shows with his guitar today flies in a private jet. This is the story of Kid Rock, a name that either makes people crazy or gets shocked. But what is the truth? Have you ever wondered how much wealth Kid Rock has? Who is his real girlfriend in life? Is his style still as rebellious as it appears in his songs? And his house, it looks like a royal fort in the middle of the forest, with hunting trophies, vintage guns, and even a personal bar. But wait, the biggest question is Kid Rock still as bindas and fire as he was in the 90s? In this video, we will reveal his entire life, from his house to girlfriend, cars to net worth. But one thing is for sure, this journey is not normal. So move ahead in the video, but before that subscribe to the channel, because today we are going to show a lifestyle that seems more like a movie than reality. As much as Kid Rock's life looks carefree and rock star-like from the outside, it has been full of emotions and pain from the inside. People think that since he has money, fame, girls, his life will be great. But very few people know that this showman also has some wounds in his heart that he has not been able to forget till now. One such moment was when he cried on camera. And then the world saw the pain inside him for the first time. Kid Rock once told during an interview that his most difficult phase was when he lost his father. At that time, he was at the peak of his career. The crowd on stage was shouting his name, but from the inside, he was completely broken. He says, "I have faced a lot, criticism, breakups, controversies, but when Dad passed away, it was as if my life stopped." His eyes became moist in that interview, and for the first time, people saw Kid Rock as a son, not as a star. Apart from this, his son also brought a big turning point in his life. When he was only 21 years old and he came to know that he was going to be the father of a child, he was nervous. But he accepted this responsibility and said that the child changed his thinking. In an interview, he said, "That day I was no longer a boy. I became a man." Kid Rock's life has been as loud and rebellious as it is emotional. Like every human being, there is a corner inside him that is broken. And this is the reason why when he talks about those moments in front of the camera, his carefree tone also becomes slow. Perhaps that is why people consider him not just a singer but a fighter, who turned every pain into a song and kept himself alive on stage. From trailer park to superstar, how was Kid Rock's beginning? Kid Rock's story is just like a movie. Today, even though he owns property worth crores, travels in a private jet, and has millions of fans around the world, his beginning was very simple and full of struggle. He did not come from a superstar family, nor was there any red carpet in his life. Kid Rock's real name is Robert James Ritchie, and he started his life in Romeo, a small town in Michigan. Yes, his father had a car dealership, but still he was raised in an environment where there was music, hard work, and connection with the soil. When other children were doing homework in school, young Rob, Kid Rock, would be working in the fields or helping in repairing cars in the garage. But there was one thing that made him different from everyone else: craze for music. From a very young age, he was interested in beats, rap, and hip-hop. In the 1980s, when rap culture was slowly growing in America, Kid Rock was experimenting with the music system, making his own beats and performing at local parties. But all this was not easy. His friends used to make fun of him, a white boy from the Midwest, rapping. People did not take him seriously. But from there, a rebel attitude was born in him. He did not care what people were saying. He would just grab the mic and start his show. This fire, this stubbornness became his identity. He started producing his own music and got in touch with local DJs. For a few years, he did small gigs, sometimes not even getting paid. But he did not give up. He got his first break when he launched an album called Grits Sandwiches for Breakfast, which may not have been liked by the critics, but his voice reached the people. And that's where his real journey started. Then came his signature style, a full mix of rock, rap, and country music. Devil Without a Cause, released in 1998, changed his fortunes. This album not only achieved gold and platinum status, but also made Kid Rock a superstar. He became a rebel icon for white American youth, proving that music does not look at color, background, or class. Only passion is needed. His childhood friends still say that Rob was always a little different. He could not sit quietly, always wanted to do something new. And perhaps this is the reason why he rose from a trailer park to become America's most carefree rock star. Kid Rock's beginning teaches us that if you have true passion and you believe in yourself, then you can start from anywhere and conquer the world. The rebellion that was inside him since childhood became his strength, and it took him to the point from where today he is showing his show to the whole world. Music and controversy. How did he become the bad boy of America? Kid Rock is known as much for his music as for his controversial style. He is not just a singer, but a person whom people either love or hate. And this is what makes him the bad boy of America. Whenever he took the stage, he did something that either got applause or made headlines. But all this was not part of any planning. It was his natural, raw, and bindias attitude, which is clearly visible in every performance, every interview. Kid Rock's songs have always been loud, unapologetic, and in a desi American style. The way he mixed rap, rock, and country was unimaginable at that time. Songs like Bawit Daba, Cowboy, Only God Knows Why, not only became hits, but also became rebel anthems of an entire generation. But hidden in this music was his anger, his rebellion, and his confrontation with the system. This was the reason why people connected with him, especially those who considered themselves underdogs, or who were against the system. But the more his music rose, the more controversy arose around him. He often used racial slurs and the Confederate flag, for which he had to face a lot of criticism. He never filtered his words, whether he was talking about race or politics. He openly supported Donald Trump, due to which the liberal American community and the media surrounded him fiercely. But Kid Rock never apologized. He said, "I will say what I feel is right, whether people are happy or angry." His live shows were also no less than a drama. A bottle of alcohol in hand, a beady in mouth, and chaos on the mic. He considered himself above the rules. Once in a show, when someone abused him, he came down from the stage and scolded that person. It all got caught on camera and made headlines, but his fans said, "This is the real Kid Rock." He even caused a ruckus on the Grammy Awards red carpet when he clashed with the media. But despite this, the popularity of his songs did not decrease. Rather, it increased, because many people were inspired by his no-filter personality. Kid Rock has always been clear about his identity. "I am not politically correct, and I don't want to be. I will be who I am." And perhaps this is what makes him different from other musicians. He is a face that is considered to represent the rebel side of American culture. Kid Rock is not just a music artist, he is a movement. A movement that says that even if the world is against you, if you have truth and courage inside you, then you can live in your own style. His controversies don't discredit him. They make his personality even more iconic. And that's why people remember him as the bad boy of America, a guy who never backed down, never stopped. Girlfriends and personal life, romance, or mystery. Kid Rock's life has been full of music and controversies, and his love life has also been in the news. People notice his aggressive style and cool attitude in his songs as much as they talk about his relationships. There has been romance as well as mystery in his life, and this combination attracts fans even more. The most talked about relationship was with Pamela Anderson. When these two came together, it was like the media got some spice. On one side was the glamorous star of Baywatch, and on the other was Kid Rock, a cool, rebel rock star. Their chemistry filled the gossip columns of the 2000s. In 2006, both of them got married, and that too in a very unique way, on a yacht, in the Sea of France. But this marriage did not last long. They got divorced in a few months, and there were many rumors behind it, such as personality clash, media pressure, and some personal reasons. Apart from this, Kid Rock's name was linked with many other big personalities, like Audrey Berry, who was also his fiancée for a long time. But both of them never made this relationship very public. Kid Rock had said in an interview that he now wants to keep his personal life private because the media has highlighted his previous relationships a lot. And perhaps this is the reason why now he likes to keep his relationships away from the camera. There have been many such moments in his life when people kept wondering whether he is with someone or not. But Kid Rock himself never openly told everything. He says that some things are only meant to be lived, not to be shown. And this mystery has also become his style. Some of his songs also give a glimpse of his love life. Pain, love, breakup, and the spirit of resurrection. Even today this question remains. Is there someone special in Kid Rock's life? Is he in a serious relationship again? Some reports say yes, but there is no official confirmation. Perhaps he has now truly decided to keep his private life away from the cameras. Kid Rock's love life is a mix of glamour, heartbreak, and maturity. He has loved, suffered, and is perhaps now seeking solace, off stage, away from the cameras, with his real side. Net worth and income sources. Not just music, but much more. Kid Rock's life has been as carefree and fearless as his earnings. People often think that he earns money only from music, but the reality is much bigger than this. By 2025, his total net worth is said to be around $150 million, i.e. about 1,200 crore rupees. But the interesting thing is that his income is not limited to just albums and stage shows. Kid Rock has made his identity a brand, and today he is earning crores from that brand. First of all, talking about music, it is the backbone of his earnings. His super hit album, Devil Without a Cause, made him a star overnight. And since then, he has sold more than 60 million albums. Apart from this, his live concerts and tours also earn a lot. Whether it is the Midwest of America or a big music festival, Kid Rock's show remains houseful. He also receives regular royalties from streaming platforms like Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. But the earnings don't end there. Now let's talk about merchandise. Kid Rock has his own online store from where his fans buy t-shirts, caps, music CDs, and other band merchandise. The special thing is that his merch is in a very rough and tough American style, which matches his brand. Many times he has released limited edition merch, whose price and demand have been tremendous. This earns him millions of dollars every year. Kid Rock has also invested heavily in real estate. He has luxurious properties in places like Nashville, Michigan, and Florida. His houses look no less than a film set. Large lawns, hunting trophies, and garages full of old classic cars. The price of these properties is only increasing, and he even rents out some of them. That means money keeps coming into his pocket even without singing any songs. Brand deals and licensing are also a big part of his income. He has partnered with beer brands, motorcycle accessories, and fashion products using his name and style several times. He once even launched his own whiskey brand. All these brand engagements give him publicity, as well as a good income. Not only this, Kid Rock has also invested his money in stocks and investments. Some reports suggest that he owns shares of big companies like Microsoft, PepsiCo, and AT&T. Apart from this, he also runs his own record label, which gives him both complete control and profit on his music releases. So, Kid Rock is not just a musician, but a whole brand. His earnings come from music as well as a business mindset. He knows how to use his image and popularity to make money outside of music. Perhaps this is why he is still a powerful name, not only in the music industry, but also in the entertainment and business world. It's not a house, it's a palace. Kid Rock's luxury house in Tennessee. Kid Rock's house in Tennessee is no ordinary house. It's a palace built in a raw and desi American style. And that too in the middle of the forest. This house shows the real face of Kid Rock's entire personality. From the outside, it doesn't look like a Hollywood star's gleaming mansion. But as soon as you step inside, you understand that this house is a mirror of the thinking of a true rebel who believes in staying connected to his roots, not in showing off. This house is a few miles away from Nashville, Tennessee, and is surrounded by dense forest. The entire property is a kind of private lodge. Walls made of wood and stone, huge stairs, and old American chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. The first thing that is visible as soon as you enter is his personal bar, which is no less than a high-end club. But it's not glamour, it's grit. Old bar stools, mounted deer heads, and picture frames on the walls that tell the story of his life. His house also has a shooting range. Yes, really. Where people build home theaters, he has set up an outdoor and indoor shooting area. He is a huge gun enthusiast, and his collection is like a mini museum. Vintage rifles, handguns, and some unique pieces found only in America's military history. Everything is decorated with great passion. Every room in this house represents his thinking and style, whether it is his music studio where he has recorded many hit tracks, or his kitchen, which is designed on an old-school cowboy theme. Even the bathrooms are so creative that his personal touch is visible in everything. Kid Rock believes that his home should be a place where he can express himself completely, without any limits. And honestly, this house is a symbol of his freedom, roughness, and realness. No over-design, no pretense, just the things that make him happy and feed his rebellious spirit. Many people are shocked when they see this house for the first time. They wonder why a superstar would have a house that has a wild and country look. But those who know Kid Rock know that this is his true style. For him, luxury doesn't mean everything being gilded. For him, luxury means freedom, space, and authenticity. In today's age where stars make their homes Instagram-friendly, Kid Rock has kept his home real and raw, a place where he can be himself, make music, go hunting, or just sit back and relax with a beer. This house is not a palace, but his personal kingdom, and in that kingdom he rules, in his own style. Car collection. Everything from classic to modern. Kid Rock's car collection is as rugged and rough and tough as his lifestyle. He is not someone who just keeps shiny supercars and shows them off. The cars in his garage are as unique, classic, and have a story behind each one as his personality. Kid Rock believes that a car is not just a means of travel, but an identity. And he has kept only those cars in his collection that match his thinking and rebellious attitude. First, let's talk about the Cadillac Escalade, which is the pride of his garage. The Escalade is an American muscle SUV, big, heavy, and stylish. Kid Rock loves driving it because it reflects his indigenous American roots. The Escalade is not only comfortable, but also exudes a dominance on the road. And this dominance is a part of Kid Rock's image. Then comes the Lincoln Continental, a classic American car that has become quite rare today. This car reflects Kid Rock's classic taste. He says that he finds realism and soul in old things that are missing in today's new things. The Lincoln Continental is a part of his love for old American automobile designs. Also, this car has been seen in his music videos, giving it an iconic value among fans. And if Harley-Davidson is not mentioned, Kid Rock's collection will remain incomplete. Harley is not just a bike for him, but another name for freedom. Whenever he wants to be alone, away from the crowd of the city, he picks up his Harley and goes out on the road. Harley is also mentioned in his songs, and he considers it the vehicle of the rebel spirit. Apart from this, he also owns some retro muscle cars, like the 1965 Mustang Fastback and the Chevrolet Impala SS. Both these cars are iconic vehicles of the 60s-70s era and are still considered treasures for classic car lovers. Kid Rock maintains them with great love and often works on them himself. He says that he likes to open the engines of cars and understand their parts. This is his childhood hobby, which is still alive. His collection also includes a pontoon boat, which he bought for his lake house. He spends weekends on this boat, chilling with friends with a beer and listening to music. He also has a Chevy Silverado pickup truck, which looks simple but is very special to him. He says that this car reminds him of his roots, when he used to perform in small towns and this truck used to be his companion. The most special thing about Kid Rock's garage is that no car is kept here just for show. Each car is associated with a memory of his. Some have been a part of his music videos. Some have been his travel companions. He treats cars more like a treat than a hobby, and that's what sets him apart from others. In today's time, when people are moving towards electric and high-tech vehicles, Kid Rock still stands by his classic taste. And that's what makes his rough and raw style even more authentic. His car collection is as cool, original, and memorable as his life. And that's probably why fans consider each of his cars as iconic as he is. His style and lifestyle, raw feel of cowboy hat, whiskey, and guns. Kid Rock's style is completely different. He neither believes in glitz and glamour like Hollywood stars, nor in the perfect look of the red carpet. His look is as it is, raw, rough, and desi American. If you see him for the first time, you might think that he is an old-fashioned cowboy who has just come out of the farmhouse. But that is where his real identity begins. Classic cowboy hat on the head, sunglasses on the eyes, jeans jacket, and whiskey in the hand. This is Kid Rock's signature style, which has now become his identity. He always says that he is irritated by artificiality. When people question him, "Why do you still live in the old style?" Zrenya, his answer is, "Because I was born to become, not to change." His attire, his body language, even the way he walks is full of the same rustic American energy that is also heard in his music. His lifestyle reflects this mindset. Big parties, cowboy boots, wooden bars, hunting, boat rides, and driving around in old Jeeps are all part of his daily routine. Kid Rock's party life is no less famous. Attending parties at his house is like attending a night where guitars are played, beers are opened, and people are living freely. He himself says that his best words come out when he is sitting on a wooden deck, whiskey in hand, and friends are around. It is this carefree attitude of his that connects people with him. Because there is no acting, no political correctness. It is just who he is. He also has a large collection of guns, and he does not hide it. Rather, he proudly shows that yes, he is a real American who stands up for his rights and freedom. Many people think that his style is over the top, but those who know him closely believe that Kid Rock is exactly what he appears to be. There is nothing fake about him. Today, when most celebrities are caught up in social media filters and image building, people like Kid Rock seem real because they don't believe in pretense. His every movement, every style, and every word tells the story of his real style. And perhaps this is the reason why people consider him not just a music artist, but an icon, who is keeping the spirit of old America alive even today. Today's Kid Rock is as cool as he used to be, but now his rebellious attitude has also been tempered with wisdom. Yes, he still speaks openly, says whatever comes to his mind, but now he also shows the experience that comes after years of seeing the ups and downs in life and the music industry. The rebel who used to just make noise earlier now thinks and then attacks. He still doesn't follow any trend. On the contrary, he creates a new trend in his own style. In the last few years, Kid Rock has been in the news many times in public for his political views, opinion about the media, and his sharp comments on American culture. But despite all this, the love of his fans has not decreased. On the contrary, people still follow him for his honesty and no-filter thinking. He is still in the hearts of people, because he still shows that you stay the way you are. The world should change according to you, not you according to the world. Yes, it is also true that with age, he has become stable. Now, he does not get angry at everything like before. Now he speaks thoughtfully. And somewhere now, there is a depth in his words. He is now living life a little more peacefully. At his farmhouse, making music, spending time with friends on the boat. But this does not mean that the raw rebel in him is dead. He still sets the stage on fire like he used to 20 years ago. People still like him as much, because they do not see any artificiality in him. And perhaps this is the reason why he is still different. When other celebrities are busy becoming perfect in front of the camera, Kid Rock is still the same as he is in real life. He says, "I am not a star. I am a real person." So friends, Kid Rock's life is a lesson that no matter how much time changes, if you are true to yourself, then people will always like you. And if you enjoyed Kid Rock's rebel spirit, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to be the first to see more amazing stories like this.